Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, ISWA. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about chapter 8, that is body movements. And in this chapter, today in this video lecture, we'll discuss about the movements and locomotion of birds, fish, and snakes. In the previous lectures we had discussed about the invertebrates, means those organisms they don't have a backbone, those organisms that they don't have a backbone, like snail, earthworm, and cockroach. Now today we are going to discuss about the some animals and they have backbone also, so they are called vertebrates. So first of all we are going to discuss about birds. So birds fly in the air and sit on the branches of the plant, that is called perching. They have very strong claws to catch the branches of the trees, and they also hop, jump, and walk on the ground. So they have wings and they have legs. So legs, if you observe the bird's legs, these legs are strong type of legs, okay, and they have like this type of claws, one in the back side, two or three in the front side, and by this they catch the trees of the branches and sit on that. So this is how the claws of the birds are like that. Then comes the wings. So their four limbs are modified into wings, and we know wings have feathers, and these feathers keep the birds warm also, and these wings help them to fly. The bones of the birds are hollow. The bones of the birds are hollow, so their body is light, so they can fly easily. Whatever they are eating, the digestive system digests it very fast and they excrete it also. That makes their body also light. Their breast muscles are very strong and it is connected with the wings. So whenever they flap their wings, what happens? Whenever they flap their wings, their breast muscles control the wings and help them to fly. So the bony parts of the forelimbs modified into wings. Their shoulder bones are very strong. Breast bones are very strong to hold the muscles of flight. So by this, these birds fly easily. If you observe, some birds have wings but they are not able to fly. Ostrich, kiwi, emu, these are called flightless birds, but they have very strong legs and they run very fast. Some birds like swan, like duck, they swim in the water also, and if you observe their legs, in their legs they have a web like structure between their fingers, so by that they can swim easily. So this is how birds swim, walk, hop, jump, perching, and fly in the air. Now comes to the next type of animal, that is called the fish. So here we can perform an activity. In this activity, what we observe, we make a paper boat and leave it into water and see how it is swim. If you push a little from the backside, it starts moving in the water. So same way, if you observe the structure of the ship, it is arrow shaped in the front and arrow shaped in the back also. In the same way, the fishes have streamlined body. In the front they are arrow shaped, in the middle they are tapered, चपटे होते हैं और थोड़े चौड़े होते हैं. In the back side also they are streamlined, so it will help them in the movement in the water. They also have fins, two in the front, two in the back, one on the top of their back, and in the back side they have a strong fin. This tail in the back, the last tail is help them to change the direction, and their wings help them to move forward. Their fins help them to move forward and also to make the balance in the water. So uh, they don't go down very fast. I mean, they can move very fast, but because of their fins they can control the movement going down or going upside. So this is how fishes swim in the water. Not only that, they have a swim bladder and air bladder. Air bladder to store water when they go very deep for their respiration process, and swim bladder so to maintain their level in the water by holding water inside the swim bladder. Not only that, they have a very sensitive touch line close to their backbone, and which tells them, by which they can feel the movement of water, that any enemy is coming close or not. Their body is covered with scales which protect their body from the water. They will not get rotten very easily. Now when they move one side, so here the muscles contract and this side muscles expand. Here expansion, here contraction. Again when they move like that, here expansion, here contraction. So this contraction and expansion of muscles, and they can move like that in the water. So this is how fishes can swim easily inside the water. And this wave like movement, or because of this jerks, they move forward in the water, and their fins control their balance and keep them direction in the water. Now we are going to discuss about the snake. So snakes, if you observe them, their movement is very typical type of movement. It is called slither. Like this loop, they form loop and then they move. They will not go straight. They bend their body a little and then they move. They have 100 to 400 backbones. I mean, vertebrae are there which make one big long backbone. And if you find their ribs are open, like our ribs, in the front sternum, in the backside vertebral column, but in the snake in the front there is no sternum. So their ribs can stretch, and that is why snakes easily engulf their food and their body shape increase. Their body also have scales, and the muscles and the skin also stretch a lot. That is why they can engulf a big thing from their body also. So whatever, let's discuss about the movement. So they have a long backbone and muscles connected to each other, even they are far from each other. The backbone little far, muscles far, but they are connected with each other. Muscles also interconnect the backbone, ribs and skin. This is all connected in the snakes. So snake's body curves into many loops. Snake body curves into many loops like this, and again like this. So this curvy structures one by one and they move. So this loop, when they give pressure or one loop on the ground, when they press this loop on the ground, their body will move forward, and they have very strong muscles in the lower part, the part which is towards the ground side. They have very strong muscles, and they push these muscles and the body move forward. So by this loop formation, by this many loop formation, and with the help of very strong muscles, they move forward very fast. So this is how a snake will do its movements. Now comes this type of movements we studied from very ancient time. There is an ancient Greek philosopher named a book written by him. They are called Gate of Animals. The book called Gate of Animals. I forgot the name of the author. I think it's Aristotle. So he wrote this book, and in this the whole study of this movement of animals is there. So from the very long time we studied the movement of animals, and nowadays we are doing a lot of exercises by resembling them, by doing their copies. Okay, so here we will discuss a type of exercise from our ancient Indian culture which help us to make ourselves fit, and that is called yoga. In 21st June 21st June, United Nations declares it Yoga Day, and we all celebrate it. Our whole country, whole world celebrate it as a yoga day. Yoga is very helpful for our life. If you study yoga properly, before doing it, if you study yoga properly, you will find that from the very early morning after wake up to till sleep, and how to sleep, this is also teaches us in yoga. That sleeping pattern is also good, very important for our healthy life, and which is also taught in yoga, that you cannot sleep like this, you have always sleep like this from one side, and if you feel pain, then from this side. So changing conditions, not like this. This is not a healthy posture to sleep. So this is also taught in yoga. So yoga is not only a exercise, it is a lifestyle. If you know yoga, if you understand yoga, it is a lifestyle. It is not only a part of your life. And if you follow that lifestyle, you have very healthy and strong body. And that is how our parents, our grandparents were very strong, because unknowingly they are doing this. Unknowingly they are sitting on the ground and eating food. They don't use table chairs, but see how fit they were. So this is what yoga. Yoga is a lifestyle. It is not only a part of our life. Whatever you're doing, the sitting posture, the standing posture, the way of walking, everything is taught in yoga. There are very famous exercises called Surya Namaskar or Sirsasana is there. But you have to do them in the supervision of a teacher, or in the supervision of a person who is doing it for a whole time, a lot of, for a whole year, many years he is doing, so he can tell you what is wrong, what is right. Because if you are not doing if you are doing anything in a wrong way, it will not give you benefit, but it will affect your health very badly. So if you do yoga properly, it will help you to keep fit, to make your posture well. It will help your bones also to be strong and fit, help you from various diseases like joint pain, osteoporosis, uh, and also help your heart to keep fit, and it can help you well. So this is how yoga is very helpful for us, and we will perform some exercises every day early in the morning after wake up, because when we wake up our body is not very active, it is in a sleeping mode. So whenever you wake up, first of all go freshen yourself, eat some hot water, which also give your body, give your neck a good benefit. Cough and cold, now corona is there, cough and cold, so every morning if you drink a little hot water, it will help you to clean your throat and also kill all the germs present in your mouth, improve your digestive system also. So every morning drink a little bit hot water, then go for some exercise, any exercise. If you don't know any exercise, simply do utthak baithak, catch your ears and 100 times, like the way I punish you sometime in the school not doing homework or doing some mischievous work. If you don't know any exercise, no, just catch your ears and 100 times. If you don't want to catch your ears, keep your hand like that and 100 times. This also makes your body very much strong and healthy, because this squat or this utthak baithak is very good exercise for your health, for your mind concentration, for your heart and everything. And you will find that after doing 30-40 times, a whole body is warm up, you will feeling warm, sweat is coming out, and your body becomes very active. So do simple exercise also, it will give you head, but at least half an hour exercise is must for a person to be healthy. So class, whatever exercise is a good thing, you also know, I also know, so do it every day. So class, I hope you are able to understand this movement in the fish, bird and snake. If any problem, ask me class, I will help you. Have a great day, be safe at home. Thank you.